In this presentation, I will be discussing mandatory reporting laws and what it is and what are the signs and what to look for as a teacher in a student's personal life. I will be discussing my personal experience, which I had done through Webster Elementary through field experience, and also my personal experience from a past experience at Kipstand Academy. I'll be discussing the importance of these things and why we need to take action as individuals and as teachers. I'll be discussing who is a mandated reporter and what to look for. Mandatory reporting is a law that's put in place to help children. The law requires a mandated reporter, a person of authority because of his job profession, to take action if any suspicion of that a child is being neglected, abused, or maltreated. It goes by each state, but in Minnesota, it is put in place to be the voice to children who have been victims of child abuse or maltreatment. This graph shows the different types of maltreatment that would be reported by a mandated reporter. There's neglect, psychological maltreatment, physical abuse, sexual abuse, as well as medical neglect and other things. These are the statistics of how many children in the state of Minnesota are affected by them. Anyone can report these signs, but by law, these are the professions that are considered mandated reporters: healthcare, social services, mental health professionals, childcare, education, law enforcement, clergy, probation, and correctional services. These people have a great responsibility to be the voice of children, to report such things and suspicions, to get them the help that they need. The abuses fall under these three categories: physical abuse, sexual abuse, and neglect. Reporting is made quite easy for mandated reporters. You can simply go onto the website, fill out additional forms, email, or call. It's made clear and it's concise, and it lays out each step, so it makes this process as easy as possible for the mandated reporters. Different professionals of mandated reporters can give them different opportunities to see what's going on inside a child's life. But for teachers, there are 7 things that they can look for to notice signs of maltreatment at school: sleeping at school, sudden change in behavior, lack of cleanliness, visible signs of injury, bruising, obviously, would be the most obvious one, lack of preparedness, inappropriate and inadequate clothes. And when a student might even mention abuse or neglect, which is obvious the most clear, it's a huge sign that something is wrong at home. It's important for teachers to be mandated reporters because as a teacher, you're spending so much time with children, probably the biggest adult influence in their life besides their family at home. And we're able to see a little bit into their lives, and we're also able to be the voice that they don't have. We're responsible for so much more than just their homework. We're responsible for their well-being. And if things are going on at home, then it can definitely detriment the success of a student inside the classroom, and their future can forever be dented because of what's going on in their home life. They cannot succeed in the classroom if something that serious is going on at home. It's important for teachers to give kids the help that they so deserve. There are 3 easy ways: appearance, behavior, and communication. ABC, for teachers to recognize different things that are going on in a child's life, which may lead to awareness that something serious, like maltreatment, abuse, or neglect, is going on at home. Looking back now, after studying and doing my presentation, I'm able to connect things that I've learned to my field experience at Webster Elementary. I'm able to recognize how the teachers handle these types of situations, and I'm also able to recognize how teachers can be aware. Observing Miss Amy, she knew so much about each child's life, and she knew where they came from and their background and what their home was like. And now I understand that this is a huge reason that teachers are mandated reporters. They understand a child's life and they also understand what's going on in their personal life. Another personal experience I had was when I interned at Kipstan Academy, a charter school located in North Minneapolis. I was observing the school social worker who had a connection to each of the students and had a great amount of knowledge of what was going on in each student's life. She told me if you question it, you report it. And I think that this will forever stick with me because we're talking about a child's life and a child's future. If you have suspicion, there's no reason not to report it. It's always good to be careful, and it's always good to keep the best interests of the students in your mind. Here's a resource list of the resources that I used to help me conduct this project. Thanks for listening, and I hope I made my points clear, and I hope it was entertaining as well as knowledgeable. Thanks.